Alrighty, Ashton. This is last week, Wednesday, Friday, and then this just past Monday. So this is 250 for my first set of triples. Excuse me, first set of close grip fives. I just use it as a chance to kind of like dial in my close grip bench form. Uh and usually I'm using kind of like this video as like your gateway for like the response for like all the stuff for meet prep, and then what you want to do from here, and also have like an open empty space at the end so I can talk some more. This is 265 for five. This actually moved pretty well considering this is the last week, and then push straight through, kind of like trying to find that bar path a little bit easier. But as you can see, I was pretty okay with this set, but after this I decided to like go back down, back to 250 pounds again. So then this is transitioning back into that. So yeah, Hughes 250 again. The first ones, it's funny. Okay, so with every single first rep that I do with this, form, or with this, grip, it like I do it slow because I'm worried that if I bring it down too fast, I won't be able to push it back up. So I guess I was kind of like scared to do it, but after like the first rep, as you can see, it kind of like consistently gets faster and faster and faster. So never 100% worried about it. This is the big pause squat day. So pause squat's supposed to be 2 seconds. I have no excuses for that. I just botched pauses toward the end because, this last week I kind of like, pushed myself a little bit harder to see what I could do. And in the grand scheme of things, I have to prepare for this meet, so I don't hope that doesn't take away too much from my strength towards that. So thankfully, I have a week of deload to kind of like get back into, kind of like lighten up my body and get my body prepared for it. This guy his arms kept hitting me when I was squatting. I don't know why he was so close to me. I guess he never spotted me before. And then, so this is 441 on the kilos. I'm thinking about training with kilos or calibrated plates the entire prep. So hopefully that will work pretty well. I feel like, that will help with my overall performance, kind of like being able to like transfer that same strength to the platform. So first rep of that 475 pause was good. That second rep, I sunk it way too fast. Like I didn't take my time to breathe into the belt and then slowly sit down. So then it caused the second one to be harder, caused the third one to be harder. And the fourth one was freaking depth, both. But it was good enough to where my positioning didn't drop too badly. So I was able to grind back out of the hole. So here is, again, told you a slow descent because I got too worried about the bottom of the positioning. And then, so this is 265 for a triple. It wasn't that bad, but it progressively got easier, worse. I don't know. You couldn't kind of decipher. But yeah, my wrists were kind of like, wrists and forearms were kind of like, not in pain, but a little bit tight, just because I had been, working in the kitchen, pounding this chicken, trying to press it into these flat fillets, and it was really messing up my forearms. So that was kind of like the taxingness of it, and then also the taxingness of the bench that I did on last Monday with 305 probably killed me as well. 485 at 0, really easy, really focusing on technical cues to make sure that my squat is as proficient as possible. And then on these, I really made sure like to sink it. And so I tell myself, my squat is stronger when I do full range of motion. My squat is stronger when I sit down all the way in, because I'm able to like, really push myself out of there. And I feel like positioning is easier for me to control when I do that. Now, I will admit, like, my toe, see at the beginning of each rep, my toe kind of like flares up again because I think that, I'm in flats, but I'm not. But besides that, sitting back, sitting down, depth looked amazing. Speed was pretty good, and tempo was amazing as well. I misread the program as a triple for my top set. And yeah, there's the triple. It wasn't hard, but it wasn't as easy as I'd like to be. I say I had like at minimum 2.5, 3 reps in me. It wasn't that bad. It just, looked pretty bad from head positioning, and then also the bench that I was on. But here is 242, way better, way easier, and me controlling it. And then I realized on this bar, my close grip is further because I think this bar is longer. So I ended up like pulling it back for like this last set that I'm about to show you with the 220 for 6. And it felt so much better. Pulling it in, pushing away from myself. This is like the bread and butter form that I was working on. But that is the end of that. And then I also wanted to show a clip of the reverse SSB lunges. I'm kind of like, I don't want to post on it too much on Instagram because I feel like this is like, everybody has their little secret for their gains. And I feel like this is mine. I haven't really loaded it up super heavy, but this thing is like ridiculously fun to like, you know, not fun, but it's ridiculously, you know, good and carryover. Like, you know, I really feel like the quad glute kind of like pump going on, and I really have to focus myself. Usually I'm kind of rushing here because I had to like pick up my sister, but usually I try to keep it pretty slow and controlled, and making sure that I get that full extension, full contraction, balancing, you know, bracing pretty well. And hopefully soon I'll be able to slap, you know, 2 plates on there, or 2.5 plates to do, you know, last thing. But that is it of my training cycle. Can't wait to see the meet prep.